National Geographic, The Art of Exploration, is the very best original art that has been created for the pages of National Geographic for more than 100 years. And what we get to see are the worlds that people would never have been able to imagine if artists were not present to recreate them. Everything from past civilizations to wonderful dinosaurs that are continuing to be discovered, to pretty much any subject, birds and bees and incredible plants and flowers. Everything that the magazine has covered over the years in tremendous detail is really brought to life in these images.
An opportunity to experience cultures that we never could have through photography, but it's through the artist's imagination, working in tandem with the scientists, with the anthropologists and the paleontologists and the archaeologists. They actually went on field trips and expeditions with them and learned firsthand about the research that was going on. So it's a very informed but yet imaginative vision.
The artists generally recreated things that couldn't be seen, like a cutaway down to a tomb underground, or a battle scene or an event that happened in the past, sometimes distant past. And those had to be researched very carefully for what they wore, what kind of tool they used. We couldn't just go to an encyclopedia and look it up and kind of draw a new version, because the writers and the archaeologists, the explorers, would come back with brand new information.
The intent has been to attract artists who have an incredible ability, and that is to glean a lot of information, whether historical or scientific, to work closely with experts in the field to make sure that everything is exactly accurate, and to create images that really bring the past to life for readers. And I think artists have done it in a way that no one else could have.
It's a colorful visual feast of things, and most people, I mean, everybody's grown up with National Geographic, so it's an opportunity to kind of revisit some old friends and really sort of celebrate the wonderful commitment the magazine has to fostering the art of illustration.
I've had the great fortune of being art director of National Geographic for most of 33 years, and I worked on many of these paintings with the artists and with the researchers that helped, and I just had a fabulous career of working with archaeologists and zoologists and astronauts and you name it. Every day was different. Every day was glorious. They would discover something in a tomb or in a faraway place, and they'd come back with rough sketches and ideas and many photographs. We would have to show in a story something that showed where the tomb was underground. We'd have to do a cutaway. Or they would want to have pictures painted of that culture and how they lived and danced and painted buildings and so forth. So we were trying to recreate their culture. The photographs showed the dig, but the paintings showed the life of the past.
There's really something for everyone. If you like dinosaurs, if you like ancient history, if you like other cultures, shipwrecks. It's really our only way to visualize some of these past events. There were no photographers there at the time. And these images, because they're in magazines, I think are meant to be sort of bold and engaging. So they really draw you in. They're colorful, and yet they're really done with a great aesthetic sense and a great technical virtuosity.
This is by Greg Manchester, and it's the Ice Age man killing a mammoth, a woolly mammoth, and it's so dramatic. We've done paintings like that for the magazine for years and years, but usually they're a portrait of a mammoth being, standing there. And here you see the carcass, and you see those majestic horns wrapped around the painting. Other painters would do a space platform of some sort, and it's all shiny, and it's up in the black sky, and it's another world. And the problem there, the woolly mammoth happened 30,000 years ago, and the space thing hasn't happened yet because we're still building it. And as we did the painting, we had to check with NASA and with many engineers how many rivets and how many seams and how many arms and so forth. It was constant research. And we had to get artists that were willing and patient and able to interpret what our needs were.
people are getting to see something that is just about to pass. National Geographic, still an absolutely beautiful magazine, relies a lot on their fabulous photography and now on images that are generated on the computer. But what people have the opportunity to see here is the artist's hand in handmade paintings that I think will last for many, many generations to come.
This is one in a series of really great offerings by the Allentown Art Museum. After this, we're going to have William Wegman, who's known for his photographs of his Weimaraners. And when I look at this institution over the last few years, they've had a great increase in attendance. There's been a lot of engagement with various communities in this area. And I think this is one of a series of what's going to be popular shows.
The bulk of this was, it's been sitting in storage in National Geographic's archives, and so it's nice for it to come out and see the light of day.
No matter what age they are, they will learn something. They'll find a subject that they're interested in, whether it's nature or history or science.
It's a long run, good opportunity to come. We're partnering with other organizations in the county to do some interesting programming.
It was a challenge, a lot of fun doing it.